to end the game. And welcome along for our weekly Pleasant Sunday morning, and this week a special. The two outstanding teams in the VFL thus far this season, Hawthorn and Essendon, meeting at Princes Park, their second encounter since that amazing grand final last year. But that's our second match for replay. First up, we go to the Western Oval for an equally important shootout between Footscray and Geelong. Perhaps the best description of the two clubs from out west in 1984 is that they've just been hanging in there. Geelong got away to a good start, then slumped, but in the last couple of weeks had staged a very impressive fight back with victories over Hawthorn and Richmond to be right back in the fight for the five, albeit just outside. Footscray, on the other hand, had been even less consistent, winning one, losing one, but always winning the game to just stay in contention for a place in the five. Well, this one they certainly needed because they were one game out and could finish up even further out of the five after round 12. Geelong also needed to win it, and Footscray had the better of the first half. In fact, at the half-time break, led by 14 points, our action comes from the third quarter with commentators Drew Morfitt and Doug Hayward.
And Footscray lead by 14 points. Geelong narrowed the margin by 3 points in the second quarter. Out of the middle by Hawkins, bouncing ball at centre half forward. Byrne a good gather. Puts it out in front of O'Keefe, an awkward one with a wet ball. O'Keefe almost crashed into by Byrne. The umpire said he threw it. Free kick Footscray's way, taken quickly by McKenna, but it's not his kick. And it'll have to come back to Neil Cordy, who's one of only 4 players who've come out with long sleeves in the second half.
And playing his 100th game, Cordy, wonderful footballing family. Over the back is Bennett, booted out by Tui, underneath it Purser. Purser takes the mark, crashed into the was Bright. 15-metre penalty against Bright. And a long 15-metre is it. Look at it. Now that's not 35 or 40. And Purser kicks for goal. Into the teeth of goal it goes, punched down. Oh, lovely interception that time by Bennett, by Rod McPherson. Byrne looks for free kick for being legged and will take it.
Burns kick to half-back flank. Duperouzou off the back, reading it well. Came on late in the second quarter. Well done to thread it through to Rod McPherson, who was a great player in the second term. Right to the goal square. 2-on-1 Geelong's way. Comes to the front, Ray Byrne to make it 3. Back to Malaki for his first kick in the game.
Out wide it goes looking for Peake, and Peake's got 2-1 against him. It's going to beat them both. Gets a kick under pressure. That's his 18th for the match. Out wide past Yates. Good football this time by Sewell. Keeps on going to Foster. Foster been an excellent player. And bad luck Foster, and the free kick goes to Peake. And Peake has had a pretty good match.
Peake's kick over the centre. Oh, good mark to Ablett. And a 15-metre penalty brings Ablett out of the centre square. Or not quite. Jackson circling around back towards the goal square. It's a mighty kick by Ablett. Jackson a chance. Off the hands it goes, and Dunn happy to see it go out.
Oh, gee, he does kick the ball along. Well, Dunn threw the ball over the fence into the hands of that person with the umbrella and the cigarette. Giving himself time to come back and pick up Jackson. Oops, down they both go. Well, find a free kick there. Well, he might have been right. He might have been held holding onto his arm. I guess it looked like it. And Jacko takes a free kick. He's kicked 3. 1, he hit the post with a very good snap. His angle is 45 to 50 degrees, about 30 metres out. Nice high one. One behind. $43 points to 56 with Footscray in front.
The outer side. Dunn in front of Jackson, through his hands. At the back, Turner, just boot to ball. Defensive mark to Footscray, taken by Brian Cordy.
Brian Cordy, the outer wing is always the target. Stephen Wallace and Pete go for it. Nice play, Stephen McPherson. A lovely long hand pass goes out wide. Booted down by Sewell, and well done to Rod McPherson, who takes the mark on his chest in front of Byrne. He's too far out to score. Gronowheat in the target, and beautifully delivered. Tui came late on the scene. Now Gronowhegan's got the chance now to shoot for goal. The big fella's kick 1-1. And even with the greasy ball at about 45 to 50 metres, he won't make the distance. In front, it's missed by everybody. Put through by Sewell. It bounced past 2 or 3 Geelong players, and Jim Sewell, the only man by the line, quietly tapped it through for a soccer goal.
Game now. There are only 2 goals apiece in the second quarter, and that is the first goal of the third quarter. Footscray's lead now is 19 points. Mossop wins in the middle. Hawkins been a fine player. Gronowhegan, Reynoldson comes from behind. Gronowhegan tap for Duperuzal on the Royal. Royal, a delightful kick over the head of Malarkey, and it's offline for a behind.
That's good opportunist football by Royal. He deserved a major. Malarkey, very long. He's a beautiful kick. Looking for Mossop. He's been a good player. Gronowhegan hits it down. Bruns is tackled. Umpire Cameron. Footscray's half-forward line.
Mossop again. Break. Tap down to Bruns. He's kicked to half forward. Oh, good mark in the wet conditions by Foster. Former Fitzroy player. Good looking kick on the left boot. Mossop does the spoiling. Comes back to Mossop. Back to half forward. Morgan is there. Clears him. Foster again at the back. Finds the boundary line. And you'd think that just into the third quarter by about 8 minutes, a 20-point lead isn't the sort of lead you could keep safe, but I reckon they might try.
This is pretty handy. Mossop doing a wonderful job on the ball. Purser comes in and fights, but can't make it. Brian Peake, hand pass out wide. O'Keefe, well played. Oh, beautiful to Jackson. Jackson looked swift that time. The pass was that good. Well, I wonder, can Jacko make the distance? It'll be a really good one if he does. Oh, it's a magnificent kick. Oh, deserved a goal. He really got distance with that one. It's 3-3 from the boot of Mark Jackson. He's been moved out to centre half forward, and Bright gone to full forward by the look of it.
Kennedy kicks in the direction of Dunn. Over the back it goes. Hawkins leads the chase. Good skills. Great pick-up. Hawks at half-back. Short pass is well delivered. Royal still at about half-back. Over the wing he goes now with a longer kick. Gronowhegan to the back. He's done this consistently. Rod McPherson goes down, and it'll be a throw-in. Oh, that was Steve.
Mossop, very clever. Taken by Wallace. Out to McKenna. McKenna bat kick number 20. Oh, nice running try. Duper. He's looked very slick. Duperuzal round the man mark. Caught. Does it beautifully. Steadies. Shoots for Golden. Rod McPherson and puts it straight through the net. And Duperuzal, well done. Full of skill and class. 34-year-old veteran.
Lead to Footscray now. 25 points. That was thrown out by the Geelong player. It'll be a Footscray free kick. It'll be taken by Brian Royal from the centre circle. Sewell leads. Royal in that direction. Sewell puts his opponent down and marks. And he can nearly kick it with a big one, but he doesn't back himself. Out wide to Groenewegen, who's attempted to punch up the ground all day, except that time when he tried to mark. Byrne kicks backwards and across the face of goal. Turner. Now down the outer side, the centre wing. Hawkins leads the race, dives and drops it out of bounds.
Slaps his fist into his outstretched palm, indicating his displeasure at missing a chest mark, even though it was a difficult one. Hawkins, skillful player. Great leap there by Ablett. Back he goes and thumps it out wide. Here comes McKenna, who's getting a bundle of kicks. Kicked it over the line out of bounds that time, and the free kick will go to Geelong. That's his 17th kick.
Free kick to be taken by Brian Peake. Good distance, just short of half forward. Clears the pack. Chance for Turner. Hawkins keeps it in. Back to the wing to Peake. Awkward on the left boot, but good pass. And a mark to O'Keefe. Out wide to a leading Jackson. Got a break on Dunn, but he's a long way out. Pride is inboard. The hand pass misses him. Peruzal intercepts. Peruzal's done some classy things since he came on in the last couple of minutes of the second term.
He's really made his impact as a veteran. Ex-Kilda player in West Australian. Nice punch there by Dunn, out to the boundary line. Doesn't gain much for his side, except a few seconds. And there they are, jostling. Jacko trying to get front position, which he needs. Dunn above him. Nicely picked up by Brian Cordy. Peake with great fearlessness runs into the pack. Doesn't take it. Nicely picked up and hand passed out towards Royal. Royal's got the chance now. Sends it down towards... Oh, it's missed there by Tui. And Jim Sewell, who's looking dangerous. Tui well competed. Groenewegen. Rod McPherson, who's had a good second term and third term. Slipped to the ground. Burns got the chance. Kicks under pressure. Down it goes towards Turner. Turner traps it very nicely. The ball's right on the boundary line. Back it goes, but he must have been over the line as he hand passed it. It was thrown by the boundary umpire.
Luck interference seen there. Free kick to Mossop, who's been a great player. Support by Neal, who's been a bit quiet in his return to league football. Bright gets to the front, may have taken a free from Cordy. Kennedy palms off Peake. Look at the strength by Ricky Kennedy. High to centre half forward. Royal launches himself but can't mark. Well played McKenna. Back to Wallace. Skimming ball, Groenewegen leads. Sorts it out to the ball up. Rod McPherson, the last up, number 43.
Done it well was Rod McPherson, number 43. McKenna has really done it well too. White fights for it, beaten by Steve McPherson. Malaki kit number 2 coming up. He's got nobody to kick it to at all. Nobody up there except Douglas Hawkins. There's not anyone within about 20 metres of him. He can slip, he can pick it up again. Boss will tackle him. Across it goes towards the flank. It's picked up by Rod McPherson again. Kicks for goal. Touch on the line. Umpire's given a decision. They're making a consultation.
Royal, I think.
Royal, was it? The left foot it was too, George. Didn't look like McPherson.
It's a free kick, no score. Well, what is it? Ball up.
You know, you find a ball up there.
No. Thrown in the air by the umpire. And Geelong break out of defence. Short of the wing. It's hit the wing already. See, that's skim along the ground.
Drum was the man who did the good work to frustrate what might have been Duke Peruzal's mark. against Ablett. It's a bit one-sided. Physical presence. Here's Hawkins, beautiful handler. Cleverly, Duperuzal slips. Neil. Terry Bright's the man competing with Kennedy. Bright did it very nicely. Will take a free kick. Against a very strong opponent, he stood resolute, Terry Bright, that time. And kicks it long out to the flank for Jackson. Perfect kick. Absolutely beautiful kick. Jackson's kick 3-3. The angle is difficult. There's a study of concentration from the colourful one. About 30 to 35 metres from goal, 45-degree angle. Better looking kick. Well done, he deserved the goal there. He's played well at Jackson, and that's his 4th major.
Back to a deficit of 19 points now. And they go forward out of the centre through Mossop once more. It'll be a free kick to Baxter. And wait a minute, Turner gave him one over the ear to go on with. Tough on the kid just into league football. Good kick to centre half forward. Big leap by Mossop to punch away. Chance here for Steve McPherson. Gathers and gets rid of it quickly. Malarkey. And he sees the ball out. Buse about to come onto the ground.
Can't see Beasley. He might have been taken off once again. Mossop has won all the ruck duels. Kick off the ground by Toohey. Peake is a great competitor against Wallace. Diving at it O'Keefe. Wallace doing a lot of hard work. And the university student has played with a lot of skill.
Footscray 69, Geelong 50, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. Bounced by umpire Cameron. Can't blame the umpires or the players for lack of skills today. It's not that sort of a day. Hawkins, great dive. Good effort by Hawkins. Goes straight to Peake, the opposite number 7. Long kick to centre half forward, but it's all Footscray. A stilt mark. Chance for Egan. Crashing goes Jacko. Off the ground, Neil Cordy, caught by Bruns. Crashing through Drum. High kick out of defence by Brian Cordy. And on the mark, a chance for, on the wing, a chance for O'Keefe. Helped by Byrne. Good paddle inboard by Rod McPherson to Royal. Kicked away by Byrne. And eventually it's gathered.
Walking down to Ablett. Ablett over the back. In front is Dunn. Dunn short passes looking for Neil Cordy, but it's a bad one. He was lucky it wasn't out of bounds on the floor.
Reynoldsson going off for Buse.
Purser wins this one. Beautifully to Royal. Oh, Buse came across his bows and a nice lead. He's a very impressive player, as Jim saw. And Sewell gets a 15-metre penalty, can kick it long down towards that 10-metre square. Groenewegen, the strong one. Kicked up the ground by McKenna, just misses. The top kick getter on the ground is McKenna. "19 kicks.
Malarkey unloads again. Big kick. Comes to the front. Chance for Sewell. Yates paddles for O'Keefe. Hughes just on. Kick smothered. Peake's been a fine player. Morgan in trouble. Bryony. Pushed in the back. No whistle. Foster doing well again. Gee, no place for faint hearts. Duperuzal. Bit slow to get rid of it.
Runs downfield underneath it. Nice. Foster missed it. Tackle when not in possession by Ablett. And there's a brawl on. Centre wing. As play goes on. Foster, a long left footer. Johnny Mossop. thumps it down. Ball Footscray. Steve McPherson pulled over when he wasn't near the ball, and the free kick out of Footscray's position.
Steve McPherson. A lead by Sewell. Bruns in front, was pushed by Sewell, and will take the free. Neville Bruns from half-back. Cats trail by 20 points. Centre wing, Purser on his own. Dropped it like a plum pudding. Drum, number 29. Hughes, a fresh man. And Drum, who was also an interchange. That'll be another baller.
He's umpire Nash about centre wing position, decides to throw it up in the greasy conditions. Purser did it very strongly and will take a free kick from somebody crawling all over his back. Andrew Purser very pleased not to be against Mossop, who's beaten him all day. McPherson, that's Stephen McPherson. On the boundary line, retrieves it brilliantly out towards centre wing position. Underneath it is Boss. Duperousal almost took a beauty. O'Keefe was fighting for it too. Slithery ball. Bruns caught by Sewell, and he's penalised. Free kick goes to Sewell.
19 minutes gone in the third quarter. Another goal here for Footscray. May just about seal it. It was a long time to go, but they're not going to kick a stack of goals in these conditions. Sewell, a great kick, but off the side of the boot. Still a chance. Duperousal knocks the umpire down to get to the ball. He's only 35 metres out. Kicks for goal. It's a beauty! Great kick by Duperousal. And even though there's 4 and a quarter left, it could nearly seal it.
Well, the message is you're never too old. He's shown tremendous class as Duperousal since he came on the ground. That was a magnificent goal. Footscray 11-10. There's Mickey Malthouse up there looking stern, but I'm sure pleased. And Geelong 7-8. Purser. And the free to Purser. And a long kick. Norwegian has done pretty well. Yates is his opponent now. Has gone away from centre half forward. Out to Turner from Mossop. Turner sent it down towards centre half forward. Rum is a good, strong competitor. Gets it out nicely to Hughes. Hughes then sends it to Duns in front of Jackson. Wright and Kennedy go pursuing it. There's been a great battle between these two. Could have been a free to Wright, I reckon. It's not. Give it to Kennedy. Kennedy's off. Goes a long way. Nicely smothered. Hughes has got the chance. Loses it. Picked up by Drum. Drum hooks it back for goal, but bad kick. And through for one behind.
Well, they kicked 10 goals between them in the first quarter. And since then, between them, they've only managed 7 more in almost 2 quarters since the rain came. Turner hooks it back to half forward. Defensive mark to Foster. Now with McKenna to Hawkins. Hawkins, a good kick to half forward. Royal crashes into the back of the pack, gives away a free kick. Go to Mark Yates.
Yates in the back line now. Short passes out to centre wing. Turner downfield. Ablett in front of Purser. Nice play, Drum again. Egan might have taken a free from that one. Purser out wide to Neil Cordy. He goes down from Drum. Ablett comes in. Down he goes and will take the free. Well, there were several there. But there was no doubt that Ablett was entitled to that one. And Peter Cameron had no hesitation. The free kick is to Gary Ablett. And he's kicked the ball tremendous distances last week and this week. And even with the greasy ball from 45 metres, the distance won't worry him, but the angle is acute. Thump. He's put it through. Beautiful player. 302nd.
really give them half a chance of getting back into the game. 2 minutes off time on in the third quarter. Another couple of goals might see them back in. Footscray's lead cut to 19 points. Mossop wins another knockout at the centre. Goes to McKenna, the rover, who wins another kick. Hughes breaks away, straight up the ground. To centre half forward, short of Jackson. Dunn gets to the front. Jacko, well done. Couldn't get rid of the ball. Drum's been a fine player. Neil knocks it up the ground. Chance for Bright. From the goal square, he's kicked Geelong's second goal in a minute.
Loves a goal, is Terry Bright, and that was a beautiful tap on there by Neil. Terry Bright. And the match is not over. It's 13 points the difference. Johnny Mossop has had 23 hit-outs. And there's number 24. Run in trouble, follows on strongly, kicks it up there and gains no distance. Mossop thumps it down. Yates comes in, overruns it. McKenna kicks off the ground. In front is Tui, kicks and misses. Geelong players everywhere. Eventually it's Boss. Ablett very strongly. I don't really know what he's supposed to do there, but the umpire's played it against him, and it goes to Person.
High to half forward, O'Keefe in front. Chance for Tui, cornered, knocked over when he didn't have it. Free kick against Neil Cordy. 13 points the difference. Might just about written Geelong off after Dubruz's goal, but they've come back with 2 goals in a minute. To centre wing, knocked down by Foster. Bruns just inside the line. Oh, great play by McKenna. Oh, but a good tap by Boss finds Hughes to half forward. Kept in by Neil. Chance for Bright. Kennedy takes it away from him, out of bounds.
Clever play by Scratcher Neil that time, softening it off. And Geelong in attack on their half-forward flank on the grandstand side. As enemies in Jackson and Dunn compete. Right. Hooks it back to the pocket, looking for Morgan. Morgan, a good go. Oh, good play it. Play on. No, he played it. Well, he just tripped it long enough. It was one of those. Could have been, could not have been. But this will really make it close. 13 points the difference. Morgan kicks for goal. There's now only 7 points.
Quarter time, the Cats' late comeback had got them to within 8 points. The last quarter was a very dour struggle. Footscray kicked 2 goals straight, Geelong kicked just 4 behinds, and Footscray hung on to win by 16 points. 3 goals each to Duperuzal and Bennett for the winners, and for Geelong, another eventful day in the life of Mark Jackson. He kicked 4 goals 5, was reported for the 4th time this season, and also reported was his teammate Gary Ablett. Well, now Hawthorn and Essendon, grand finalists last year and the form teams of 1984 to the halfway mark, with 9 wins and 2 losses apiece. Hawthorn, apart from last year's crushing grand final victory over Essendon, had also had a 1-goal victory over the Dons when the teams met in round 2 at Windy Hill. But Essendon had possibly been even more impressive than the Hawks in the first half of the season, and the majority of those who were game to give an opinion felt that this time the Dons might get over the Hawks. Well, Hawthorn opened well and kicked 4 goals to 2 in the first quarter to open up a handy break. Our action comes from the second term. Our commentators, Jeff Leake and Clark Hansen.
Madden does it well. Williams with the ball. Where can he go? He can't go anywhere because Brereton was there to push him over the boundary line for another throw. Well, it's been very tight football. Essendon on occasions getting over anxious with their field kicking as Merritt goes up, gets the tap down. Bradbury has it, tries to break clear, but held to him, says umpire Kevin Smith, and there'll be another bounce. So we haven't got off that half forward line for Hawthorn yet. Brian Wood just flexing that sore leg. Madden gets the tap down. Tuck read it nicely. It's volleyball at the moment. Byrne chipping in. The kick, though, a nice smother then by Walsh. Now that was Williams. Tries to break clear. Williams now gets it on to Duckworth. Duckworth to Wood. On to Watson. Watson loves to go for a run, and look at him go. Master Timmy, the hand pass to Van der Haar. Back to Watson. Good play. Watson has a peek over the shoulder. Can see it's Polkinghorne and reckons I can do it all by myself. Shot for goal will be marked by Moore. No, it's through. No, touched. Touched. Well, Watson deserved more than that.
What a proud, thrilling piece of play by Timmy Watson, aided by a couple of his teammates. Pity it wasn't a goal. It deserved it. And one of those flashes of Watson's brilliance. Hawthorn in command at the moment. War's puck as he kicks the ball away. Tucks back to the end of the half-back line. Salmon handballs back. The Dons don't know what's going on at the moment, I don't think. Legal to Baker. Should have kicked the long one, or should he? Plants it right in Donnell's lap. 20 metres from goal. And boy, they need it. Hawthorn breaking away. The Hawks lead 30 to Essendon 17. And Donnell dead in front. Wouldn't be much of a breeze there that he has to worry about, because it's sheltered by the Robert Heatley stand and the huge social club here. But the pressure's really on him. He just jabbed at that, but it's good enough. And that's a vital goal. Early in this third quarter, it came up at about the 5-minute mark. Frank Donnell.
Frank Donnell, as we mentioned about Judge in the first quarter, one of your will-o'-the-wisp half forwards, and with his one goal, he's kicked one kick, I should say, he's kicked one goal.
Well, it's three of them now. It's Judge and McCarthy.
There's a blow for the Bombers. Wood off. He's had 10 kicks up until this stage. I dare say once he gets over that soreness, we'll be back on the ground. It's Hawthorn now by 7 points. Donnell, 1 kick, 1 goal. Watson, the mark to Danaher. The wind springs up. Terry Danaher now goes back, gets the lead from further afield, looking for Van der Haar. Van der Haar, the strong mark in front of Mew. And Van der comes out holding the head as the Hawthorn defence converged on him. And that's Van der Haar's third mark. And the big fella comes in. Oh, that's a beautiful kick. It's offline. The chance for Salmon, and he's marked. But he'll have to come around near the behind post. He's trying to crib around a little bit. Umpire Smith saying, no, you can't do that, Paul. Come on, you've got to kick over the man on the mark. And Smith is letting him stay there. Salmon has kicked 2 behinds. If he can get this one, the difference will be only 1 point. And he's put it through the middle. That's a goal to Paul Salmon. That's his first for the match. He's kicked 1 goal too. And just when it looked as if Hawthorn were well and truly on top of the Bombers, they've come back with 2 goals in this quarter to Frank Donnell and Paul Salmon.
Well, no doubt here's Brian Wood keeping the leg warm. I think it's around about the ankle area, just above the ankle. He had a spray treatment. The young Salmon kicked 7 goals at the last meet. Bombers coming back, 1 point the difference, 29 to Hawthorn's 30. In the centre bounce, it's Wallace, really short of the gallop at this stage. Here's Thompson. He's not short of the gallop, gets one out to Donnell. Hawthorn closing up. Chuck will make things happen here. Oh, stolen from him. Oh, yep, stolen by West. West takes the free on the half-forward flank position, straight to Salmon. Salmon and Madden. Salmon flipped it through. The little man's got the task now. It's Terry Wallace. He's starting to get the feel for it now. Across to Eade. Nice mark.
Eade takes the mark. Won't get away from Thompson. Now he does. Kicks wide. Green chipping in. Couldn't take the mark. Brereton has it. A little bit of pushing, shoving. In fact, Brereton has got the free kick. No, it's Green who's got the free kick. Must have been away from the play, because Green ran past, but he was pushed in the back. The kick there looking for Matthews, but there has been a whistle on play. Now what is going on? Now it's Brereton to take the free kick. I thought it was strange that Green should have it, because he was nowhere near play. In fact, there wasn't a player within Kiwi, because he was running down looking for the hand pass, or that mark that you saw him miss. There's Judge, but he's closely attended. There's the kick by Brereton into the forward pocket. Burns the leaper. Plenty of Essendon defenders there. Chance there for Byrne to fist the ball out into the open to Robertson, on to Matthews. Matthews using strength across to Judge, and Judge suffers the ball, but it was touched.
Oh, then he changed his mind.
It's a goal.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then. I thought he indicated it was touched or...
Well, I couldn't work that one out. That's for the umpire to tell us. But anyhow, the score is on the board to Ken Judge, and Hawthorn slip away to a 7 points lead.
Could he have been looking at Judge's boot because he was very close to the goal line? However, there's the man of the moment. 2 kicks, 2 goals. That's McCarthy. Kennedy. Oh, nice one. Waterson's the player. To Van der Haar with a long chase with Russell Morris with him. Van der Haar with a bit of pace this time. The left booter. Right to West. Recruited from Coburg. A useful short player. And maybe this can be the answering goal. Essendon have kicked 2 goals in the quarter. Hawthorn 1. Be a difficult one, this one. It's a long shot. It's gone straight past the goal area. Out on the full, is it? No, it's a free kick. It's a free kick. Is it some attention? Surely well, it's to the mark. Maybe Donnell was manhandled. Now he's right on the boundary line and he goes backwards. Kicks it to Baker, the centre player, who moved down the field with some intelligent play. The Dons are behind by 7 points.
Leon Baker on top of Wallace in the centre. Oh, the kick's a shocker, but is it going to come out Essendon's way? No, it's not, as Polkinghorne comes through. Eade very cool to tuck. Hawthorn don't panic out of defence. The kick wide to Brereton. Brereton, oh, took that one a little too easily. Duckworth there, oh, push in the back. Trying the ball, it goes the other way. Yes, ticky touch. Well, that could have been either way. Brereton didn't like that one, but the umpire is closer. As Brereton loses his boot. The high kick, tuck is there, it's dropping short. Byrne, good play then by Donnell to fist the ball away from him. Ayres tries to play tunnel ball. Wallace has it. Out of the pack he comes. The kick, Robertson, and Robertson marks. Salmon tried to get him, but Robertson with the hand pass to Di Domenico, across to Matthews, who's been quiet. Carey's had the better of him. Back to Di Domenico, on to Kennedy. Kennedy over the top to Green. Green will snap for goal. And it's a goal. Oh, good play then by Hawthorn. Really some good backup stuff then, Jeff. And Hawthorn now creeping away to a 13 points lead.
I'm just going to say, Clark, that the standard of football has moved forward quite a few paces in this second term. They're really getting to top gear, the sides. I think the first quarter was a bit of a stand-off and have a look. And not much different, let's say 13 points favouring the Hawks at quarter time. But there's a centre bounce again, and there's Madden who beat McCarthy this time. Bit of a shoving and a pushing there to Terry Danaher, kept his eye on the ball and wins the free kick. Now, gets it out quickly. Players, some of them having trouble trying to keep a footing. That's Mew. Matthews a chance, knocked away by Carey. Coming in is Thompson. Matthews waits again. Essendon have picked up the defence now, but Green found a gap before. Judge the wrestler. And Polkinghorne didn't like Duckworth, I don't think, at that stage. Or was it Judge, rather? Yes. Ken Judge takes a bit of getting...
Duckworth has the free kick.
I don't think so. That's one way of breaking up the pack anyway, Clark, isn't it? Just to race away with it.
Yes, you're right there. Yes, Duckworth has got the free kick. I thought he was going to bounce it, but Duckworth now to kick over the man on the mark. The high kick. Simon Madden is lurking there with Van der Haar. McCarthy had to do it all himself. Van der Haar, the quick hand pass to Madden, but a nice smother there by Di Domenico. Intelligent bit of play to get out to Judge from Dipper. High kick, Byrne is there. Merritt, good play, but there's been a whistle, and umpire Smith having a talk with Kevin Walsh, and there's going to be a free kick further downfield, and this is a scoring chance for the Hawks. Well, Kevin Walsh has given away a couple of foolish free kicks against Brereton in the first quarter, and now against Judge in that little melee a few moments ago.
I'm surprised that Sheedy's allowed him to stay on, because that's the 4th free kick he's given away, which could result in another goal. It's ridiculous that this sort of players continuing on. Once or twice is bad enough, but not 4 times. Well, there's Byrne's kick. It's a mighty kick. And that's really making Essendon sit back and think. I hope it does, because the game's been kicked away from them. I guess it's about the 5th or 6th scoring shot that Hawthorn has been given from foolish free kicks around their forward line. Not professional at all, Clark.
It certainly isn't. It's all right to soften up your opponents and let them know who's boss, but I think you've got to finesse it a little bit, don't you, Jeff?
Yeah, finesse is the word.
Hawthorn now with that goal to Byrne, leading by 19 points. McCarthy to Green. Madden going in hard, but there's going to be a bounce. Umpire Kevin Smith. I thought Essendon were going to go on with the job after that beautiful run by Watson that resulted only in a behind. They looked as if they were getting back on top then, but that was McCarthy going up. Oh, Thompson going through the pack. West the chance now, the quick kick up forward, chance there for Morris, he can't grab it. Schwab loses the run of the ball, Morris comes back. A lot of pushing and shoving there as Paul Salmon picks it up, has a shot for goal, but it's over the boundary line on the full, and Morris has the free kick.
Kicking towards that outer wing to Tuck. Oh, nicely from the back was McCarthy. Took a while to get into the game, but it's going to be Tuck's kick. So Tuck from the back line, doesn't waste time, doesn't waste distance. A long kick. Wallace gets up. Breer and Judge swoops in around that banner. Beautiful pass to Matthews. Almost went straight through his chest. Great play from Kim Judge. Matthews, the short kick to Dippy a minute ago. The long arms of Donnell outpoints him. Donnell picking up the tempo on that back line. The kick out to the wing, out to Thompson. Thompson dwelling on his kick at this stage, into centre half forward. Van der Haar tried to punch it away this time. The Hawks will love this. That's Mew. And the umpire did the best thing by deciding to ball up. Hawthorn's half forward line.
Very dark, rain expected, clouds very low. There's the bounce. McCarthy gets the tap down over Madden. Chance there for Schwab to kick Hawthorn into attack, but the kick not a good one under pressure. Duckworth fists the ball away. Now there are plenty of Essendon players there. Judge loses the run of the ball. Kicked off the ground there by Bradbury. The ball up onto the half forward line. Will it get there? Yes, it's over the boundary line, just as Watson failed to beat the ball to the boundary line, and there'll be a throw in between wing and half forward for the Bombers. Essendon trailing by 19 points. McCarthy and Madden. Madden beautifully gets the palm down. Neagle can't take the opportunity to grab it. Now he can. Neagle through the pack, up onto the half-forward line. Mew nearly had it. The chance now for Salmon. Ayres is there. Ayres knocks Salmon off the ground, kicks it off the ground over the boundary line, but there's going to be a free kick against Ayres for, is it kicking in danger? Hawthorn player down on the ground is Mew. No, for a push in the back. So Paul Salmon, a free kick, a push in the back against Gary Ayres when Mew went down. The Hawthorn defence in a disarray there. And Salmon, who's got a lot of pace, and Gary Ayres knew that, and that was a desperation move by Ayres, but he's given away the free kick. As Paul Salmon comes in, oh, the kick's a shocker. It's through from behind, and the difference now 18 points. In fact, Salmon has kicked 1 goal 3 of Essendon's 4 goals 6-30. Hawthorn 7-6-48. That's a difference of 18 points, and light rain starting to fall.
Very dull at Princes Park. In fact, it's very dull over Melbourne, I guess, this afternoon, as Moore's kick is a long one down to Tuck. Flew up and down before the ball was in the area. Wallace to Polkinghorn's good football. Polkinghorn from the centre, straight down towards Byrne. Byrne and Merritt this time, and the ball beats them, charges right across the line in Hawthorn's forward pocket. So in a trice, that football's travelled from the back line to the forward line with about one player touching it.
Left forward pocket, Byrne and Madden. Madden gets the tap down. Brereton's there, so too is Williams, but the ball over the boundary line again. We've seen some very negative football, but tight football. There's the throw again. Byrne and Madden. Madden gets the tap down. It comes to Schwab. He kicks out of defence for Essendon that time. West was there. Coming through is Terry Danaher, grabbed by Dippy a minute ago, but he was grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and Terry Danaher will get the free kick, half-back flank. Danaher looking further afield, indicating, well, come on, fellows, someone give me a lead. I can't see anything there. Van der Haar uses the body, and the free kick is going Hawthorn's way, and it's going to Morris. Van der Haar just using the hip there, just a little too early, and Morris has the free kick. He will put Hawthorn into attack. He's the defensive side of centre. The high kick up into the half-forward line. Matthews comes out. Little shove there by Carey, who looked back, thought he may have given the free kick away. Dipier-Domenico falls on the ball. It's pretty desperate there. Merritt has the football, and the free kick is going, Essendon's one is going to Frank Donnell for a trip.
To Danaher. Danaher playing on the back line now. Essendon need a leader on the field in general play. Simon Madden in the centre of the field in the hands of the trainer. The kick to Neagle is a good one, but they haven't gained much in distance. There's not too many bombers on the forward line at the moment. Van der Haar tried to swoop it, now it's still out of the hands of Morris, but it's a Hawthorn player's mark at centre-half back, and Van der Haar not playing at the peak that he can do. He's trying to punch the ball instead of marking it, in my opinion anyway. And a beautiful kick from Morris. Down to Matthews and Carey. Carey just pops it away, and now the neck to Thompson. That's a let off for the Bombers. Hawthorn really picking up their game in this second quarter. They lead 48 to Essendon's 30.
Madden limping for Essendon, but I think that as Madden goes into the forward line now, and Salmon has gone into the ruck. Thompson with the free kick at half-back. The kick wide. Dipier-Domenico's there. Donnell's there. Walsh grabs the ball. Breaks the tackle from Wallace. Walsh's kick, though, not a good one. Ayres butted up to take that one. Couldn't. Morris, who's playing well now, his kick will be marked by Donnell. Game of mistakes at the moment. Donnell breaks clear. This is dangerous for Hawthorn. Donnell kicks to half-forward. Van der Haar by himself will mark. Now, he's right on the edge of the centre square. Baker giving him the lead. Oh, and a nice mark there to Terry Danaher. No, it hasn't been paid as Mew steals it off him. Long hand pass to Schwab. Over the top to Eade. That was a bad hand pass. As Eustace comes at Eade. Eade the hand pass to Schwab. Schwab, no one to give it to. Hand passes into the centre where Polkinghorn is there. But the free kick is going to Green because he was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. Green across to McCarthy. McCarthy moves the ball nicely to half forward. Dipier-Domenico into the back of the pack. Plenty of flyers there. Robinson's got the pace. Oh, beautifully done, Robinson. Over the top to Byrne, who waits for it, snaps for goal and kicks a behind. Well, Byrne should have moved into that ball. Didn't show too much initiative then in trying to get to that football, and as a result, a behind.
Well, Essendon's effort seems to have come to a halt in this second quarter. They were very good early in the piece, in the first 5 minutes when they kicked a couple of goals, but Hawthorn are too strong for them at the moment. Walsh, too many up and not enough waiting down. Chuck comes through and did the right thing that time by kicking the ball away from Manel and out of play. Another throw in. Hawthorn's half-forward line, 21 minutes through the second term. Salmon on the ball now. Williams has been quiet. Gary Ayres playing in the centre, chasing his man, no doubt. Essendon seem to have a couple or 3 or 4 extra men on the ball. Ayres kicked the full forward. Williams gets into it now. Having trouble trying to keep his feet. Too slow to get rid of it. Gives it to Hawthorn's tuck. He has the kick. Merritt had it marked. Could have been a mark. Interference against Brereton anyway. And Merritt takes the free kick.
Yes, one of Essendon's better players, Roger Merritt. Hawthorn could have been goals in front if it hadn't been for this big fellow. The kick, Walsh is there, McCarthy, a lot of pushing and shoving. Schwab pushed off the ball. Donnell, who's lifted his game. Half-back flank, steers the ball looking for Terry Danaher. Mew is there to fist the ball away. Good play by Mew, but Danaher moving around on that half-forward line is giving Mew a little bit of a problem, I think. There's the throw-in. Van der Haar and McCarthy. It's like volleyball. There's a backhander from Tuck to Green. Green, the high kick, the wind swirling around. Byrne is there. Good play by Merritt again. Robertson tried to run when he didn't have the football, and it got one around the neck, and it'll be Robertson's free kick. Colin Robertson, who has yet to score for Hawthorn. Hawthorn leading by 19 points. And the Hawks seem to be running a little better. This is his 5th kick. Will it be a scoring kick? it does score. It's a minor score, through from behind, and the difference now is 20 points.
Although Essendon think they're getting the rough end of the stick with the free kicks, they've had 13, and Hawthorn's only had 15. But the story is told that the Bombers have been giving away frees in front of the Hawthorn goal. It's been costly to them. Out towards the flank position. Up there and down there was Terry Danaher. He's playing all over the field at the moment. Obviously, he's got to take the bit between his teeth and try and lead Essendon into a forward position. Donnell from the middle attack. Van der Haar gets a shove in the back, and Van der Haar takes the free at the centre of the ground. He should go for the long kick, I believe. Madden's up there. Oh, gee, Baker's there. Hawthorn players are having a picnic at the moment. Wallace gently back towards Kelvin Moore. His kick down towards Kennedy, and Walsh went straight through Walsh's arms. He lost sight of it. Ball's out of play. Kennedy about to steal off with it, but the kick's going to Morris.
For a trip. Yes, Morris was grabbed around the ankle, so Morris, the long kick. Oh, big Paul Salmon is there. Oh, took that a little easily. Bradbury tries to break clear. It's on play on the half-forward line. Bradbury at the bottom of the pack, and umpire Tony Bryan says, "I'll bounce." You can see the pack there. Players pushing and shoving. The match hasn't reached great heights, but it's been a very tense affair. The bounce, Byrne and Salmon. Salmon fists the ball out to the open. Chance there for Watson. Gets the ball now. Back pedals, gets a beautiful hand pass to Williams. That was well done. Williams kicks towards the centre. Baker is there. Oh, Schwab stole that one off Leon Baker. And a 15 metres penalty. The rain starting to come down here at Princess Park, and Schwab immediately plays on. The long kick into the pocket. Plenty of leapers there, and the strong mark in defence by Merritt. Yes, champion game by this fellow.
Another strong mark by the big fellow. It's his third, but they've been strong. Several kicks straight down the centre of the field, trying to kick at the short players. That won't come off. Salmon takes it now, acting like a rover. Terry Danaher. He's playing at centre half forward, but you'll find him on the back line on the wing anywhere. He's just trying to lift Essendon. There's his opponent, Muir, across to Ayres. Ayres from the back line. Green's got his back to it. Carey, no, it's Waterton. Slips in front of Matthews then. Waterton back towards Salmon. Salmon gets it up towards the wing position. Players having difficulty trying to hold up. The grass is obviously slippery. Thompson gets it out, but Hawthorn take it. Take it easily. Take it well. Green from the wing into the forward pocket to Byrne. Byrne and Merritt. Almost another one to Merritt. Byrne's on his feet. Good play. Good balance. Gets the handball to Matthews. Too much attention once more. Carey's the offender this time. Matthews takes the kick from point-blank range. And the Hawks are leading by 20 points as the game moves into extra time in this second quarter. There's his shot. It's hit the post, and that's Matthews' first scoring shot in the match today.
As Madden comes off and West comes on, and it's Carey to put the ball back into play. In the gloom on the outer side of the ground. The leaper there was Green. Comes down to Waterson. His kick, though, doesn't travel very far over the boundary line. It was touched, and there'll be a throw in at right half forward flank. Rain starting to get a little heavier now. As Salmon number 3, McCarthy number 20. A lot of pushing and shoving. Salmon gets it down. Elshaw has it. Comes off Eads' hands over the boundary line, and then we'll have another throw in. Colourful sight in the crowd with all the coloured brollies up. Salmon and McCarthy again. Salmon does it nicely, but the Rovers aren't there at the moment as Brereton tries to get one. He copped one too high from Walsh, and Brereton will get the free kick.
Gee, they're giving him plenty of attention, aren't they?
A little indiscriminate, Essendon, in their tackling of some of Hawthorn better players, and it's not paying off. There's Brereton, a high kick to half forward. Byrne and Merritt. And Salmon was also there. Robertson has it, tries to get rid of it, falls over. Oh, Williams, who's been a grand player, kicks over at the mark taken by Ayres. Ayres at the edge of the centre square. The long kick towards the goal. He's bowled. Now, the boundary umpire had his back to the play then, but he looked at the umpire, and the umpire said that was okay. And there's a goal to back pocket player Gary Ayres. And Williams, who has played his heart out, burst through the pack. And what happened? His kick dropped short to Ayres at the edge of the centre square, and Ayres put through a 55-metre goal.
Magnificent piece of football. Of course, he's a loose man on the line. Salmon with a mighty effort from the centre bounce. Salmon again tries to do something for the Bombers. Gee, they're playing poorly. The Hawks have really got the Bombers measure in this match. At this stage, anyway. Another mistake by Essendon. The dashing Robertson chases the ball, gets it, puts in a spirit in the forward pocket. That's a lovely shot. If it's a goal, it'd be a classic. Byrne knocked away by Merritt. Carey for Essendon. Byrne in attention again, and the ball out of play. 27-point lead to the Hawks. Good football, pressure football in his second term.
Approaching half-time, it's Byrne and Salmon. Madden's off the ground. Elshaw. Now there's nobody to give it to. He's waiting for the lead. He'll get it from Nagel. No, he doesn't. He goes over the top to Eustace. But Polkinghorne was there. Hand pass to Schwab. Schwab from half forward. The big kick towards goal. Has he put it through? He has. It's a goal. An incredible goal there by Peter Schwab.
By half-time, the game was virtually over. The Hawks kicked 5 goals to 2 in the second term to lead by 33 points at the long interval. They kicked ahead even further to be 40 points.
And Salmon is killing them. Great mark for centre half back. Oh!
Now Watson, Waterson and Dippy.
Watson then, picked up by Chris Mew, and Dippy Domenico got one in the centre of that as well. He's down.
Brereton lines one up, but has an airy.
Matthews, he lined somebody up and missed him.
And down goes Lethal Lee.
Thrown out to Judge.
Judge the opportunity now, and Merritt collects the goal post. Now Matthews across to Judge. Could the goal umpire see that one? Now what is the goal umpire saying? And could he make this decision clearly as the kick came in from Gary Ayres?
Two players having a bit of a go on instead of being back in the goals and watching that. He was. Ayres got the goal meantime. Goes in
to the Fitzroy-Carlton clash. Mick Conlon sets the lines up early, firstly with a left foot snap. 2 minutes later, onto the right foot he goes.
Now and Conlon once again. Conlon goes forward. He kicked his second goal.
Tempers flared a little with Sidey getting the blues.
That was rather unintelligent football. A couple given there too. Big Madden.
No reports out of that one. Blackwell roves well for the Blues.
Into the open goal, and it's a goal to Carlton's Blackwell.
Over to Blackwell.
Solid tackle by Rendell. Down goes Blackwell.
Yes, too high, said the umpire.
Ball in front of him. Rain Socket tactics he tries to pick up now. The hand pass.
Ralph this time, snapping truly, and the Blues hit the front.
Well, what a goal. Kicked by Warren Ralph.
But the Roys were able to come back. Here's a great individual effort by Mick Conlon.
Conlon cleverly knocks it on. Still going after the football towards the boundary line. Doesn't get the run of the ball. In goes Montgomery. And play on. That's good umpiring by umpire James. Back it goes to Conlon. Now it's Perovic trying to get it out to Dool. Here's a chance for Fitzroy. Conlon streaks away. Hand pass over the top.
Over the top to Billy Loken in the square.
He kicks, it's a goal. And Fitzroy hit the front. Beautiful team play.
Relatively dark down at Moorabbin for the clash between Collingwood and the Saints. Williams snaps truly, and Richardson could have copped one behind play. Dacos off the ground, gets the goal and the umpire. Once again, this kicking short in the back lines rears its head. This time it's Richardson going right across the face of goal. Tony Lockett most appreciative of that as he goes into the open goal. To the Western Oval now, and the evergreen Duper. Bruce Duper-Oozle kicked a couple of vital goals. Here's the first one. And here he is again for his second. Kept the Dogs in the hunt in the second half out at the Western Oval with a very good performance. to Arden Street now, and it was a case of the big boys going a roving. Here's the general, Mark Lee. And if he can do it, so too can his immediate opposition in McCann. Kelly puts the ball down to the forward line. McCann takes it off the pack beautifully.
77. And
possibly the greatest highlights from the MCG came from Robert Flower. And I think for just a minute or two, we'll watch the Melbourne skipper in action.
Shocking hand pass from Talbot. Once again, Melbourne taking full advantage of some poor play by the Swans. Flower to Healy, back to Flower again. Flower hooks the ball.
However, a high kick straight over the top, gathers little distance. Bernie Evans says thank you very much for the bad bounce, and Robbie Flower appreciates it. On the board, Smith brings it back into play. Flower, the genius, goes to Moore, 200 gamer.
Well placed kick towards Robert Flower. Flower straightens up. Gives the hand pass out to Connolly. Connolly will put it over the top. Dixon gains possession. Gets a push as he was about to kick it. It's a nice mark nonetheless for David Cordner.
Trouble, he's got Flower, who's had a very busy tournament. That's 6 marks for the quarter. And look at him. Away scoots the champ. Gets the long handball out to Alan Jarrett. 2 season campaigners. There's a loose man. For all concerned, Zantuck tries to get it away.
One of the plays of the day now for the Demons. Zantuck, Bailey, Williams, Johnson, Healy, all combined to push the ball down to the forward line. It goes in towards Templeton. Peter Tossell is waiting behind. A couple of valuable goals. Let's go back to the Queen's birthday weekend. Ken Judd. Now Dennis Banks of Hawthorn, the Collingwood.
Collingwood in front of big goals. It's close, it's there, and the Magpies hit the front.
Now 3 from the Lions' Den. Firstly, Bernie Quinlan on the boundary line. Now Michael Conlon. And Ross Thornton completing the trio. Conditions a little damper yesterday afternoon, but here's a long shot from Gary Ayres.
It's a boomer. The goal umpires are long out of goal. How can he get a decision?
Backs up well, gets away.
Peter Schwab.
The hand pass coming over to Schwab. A hurried kick back. Oh, that's not a bad sort of a kick. It might be a goal. It is. What a kick. Good work by
And Hawthorn's Robert Di Domenico.
Di Domenico, a long kick at the goals. This could be dangerous. A goal. What a beauty, Bernie.
A couple of goals from the MCG yesterday as Alan Johnson goes streaming down the ground.
Streaming down the ground, putting it towards goal. And there's a goal.
Well, no, he's going to let it go.
And Dale Dixon came off the interchange bench. He had an absolute field day. Here's one of his goals. Michael Conlon now for Fitzroy.
Now and Conlon once again. Conlon goes forward. He kicks his second goal.
Carlton's Warren Ralph soccers off the ground.
Well, the good pass and he popped it through. Well, what a goal kicked by Warren Ralph.
Now we go out to Arden Street. The opportunity is with Dale Waitman. His teammate Morris Rioli wearing the 17 Guernsey. Down to Moorabbin, a set shot. Max Crowe. Look at the length of that kick. His teammate Silvio Fascini. Now Collingwood's Mike Richardson wearing number 17. Shrugs one tackle, gets away from another and snaps truly. Bruce Abernethy running down the wing. Out to the Western Oval now, and firstly for Footscray, it's Steve McPherson on the left foot. Bruce Duperul's experience showed yesterday. It was one of his goals. And here's another one from Duper. All goals in contention for goal of the day to our illustrious panel, gentlemen.
Well, two players who could really kick a goal, Kevin Bartlett and Peter McKenna. Kevin, which way did you see it?
Well, I thought Alan Johnson's goal was a ripper. The way he just came right through the centre, a couple of bounces, and then kicking that lovely goal. It's not easy to kick a good kick when you've been running, and particularly running hard. So I thought that was an excellent one. And the other one I liked was Dale Waitman, the way that he just weaved his body around a couple of opponents, terrific balance, and then put it through. And probably being a little bit biased, I think I'll go for Dale Waitman.
Peter?
I think, Bob, you would have been delighted to see Dale Waitman waiting at the foot of that pack and taking it away from the pack. Beautiful balk and putting it through. I thought that was the best. I want to make a comment about Ken Judge. I've been watching league football for a long time. He is one of the best kicks for goal I've seen in a long, long time in league football. I like the two Collingwood boys too, Dennis Banks and Michael Richardson. They were great goals also.
I thought Abernathy's was a very good goal, quick to coming around the boundary line, but as you said, it was the way that Dale Waitman read the play, steadied, straightened up, and the Midas Muffler goal of the day today is Dale Waitman. Dale Waitman, of course, goes into the Midas Muffler's Goal of the Year, a $5,000 award at the end of the year for the Midas Muffler Goal of the Year. Dale Waitman now, coming off the hands of the pack. And
National Nissan Bluebird TRX, only if you're ready for the World of Sport March of the Year.
Firstly, let's go back to the Queen's birthday weekend. Simon Beasley. Now, Rod Austin.
The play again.
Collingwood's David Toomey.
Toomey, what a mark!
Back towards centre half.
Fitzroy's Gary Wilson. Essendon big man Paul Salmon.
Salmon, yes!
Hawthorn's Peter Schwab.
To the ground. Oh, great mark to Schwab over the top of Baker that time. There's one up there.
The Bombers' Billy Duckworth.
He's got the mark.
The kick away in the
Carlton's Alan Montgomery.
Oh, good mark over the back. Good mark to Montgomery. Grant Laurie,
Fitzroy's Bernie Quinlan.
Conlon does the roving, but Quinlan takes the mark. Tremendous mark. Wow, what a mark by Quinlan.
Richmond's Brian Taylor. North Melbourne's David Dwyer. Footscray's Stephen Wallace. Staying with the Dogs, here's John Bennett. And Peter Foster. Completing our marks, Gary Ablett. All right, Louis.
Well, now, Sam, I'll push in white boots. Who did you think was the best mark there?
I thought Wilson took a very nice mark. Fitzroy, a very good mark.
Very good mark.
Of his build.
Yes, small man.
And Paul Salmon for exactly the other reason, a very good mark.
Well, we've got to pick one. Which one are you going for?
Well, hang on, I'm telling you who I thought was good for a start,
All
then
right.
I'll select one. And Quinlan got the two opposition players for Carlton out of business and took one, but I would give it to Wilson.
Would you? And what about you, Robert?
Well, I thought Montgomery took a magnificent mark.
Yes.
Excellent
That
mark.
Carlton play, yes.
I thought that Quinlan's was very good, and I thought that Ablett's was very good, but I thought that Salmon was an excellent mark.
Round 17, the rain.